Very good evening, friends. It's a wonderful thing that we have seen today what has happened in the Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai, a paradigm which has taken place. The country really depends on a lot of people at the grassroots level. The World Bank judges India on the basis of certain criteria wherein investors worldwide decide whether this country or that country is better to invest. One of the things which they decided to check was how was the ease of doing various items in the country, including industry, etc. But finally, they chose Mumbai and Delhi to be the touchstone of this whole thing. When this happened, the government of India really brought about issues to say, how is this really going to happen? How can you be from the bottom to move up on the top? So, Mr. Venkaiah Naidu at the government of India level had to rely on Mr. Ajay Mehta in the Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai, since he was the Municipal Commissioner and really took up this whole thing. And the Municipal Commissioner of Greater Mumbai, Mr. Ajay Mehta, had to rely on a person called Vinod Chitore. So, sir, congratulations on being promoted from the position of Chief Engineer to Director, which is very well deserved, and something which you shouldered, which will make a difference not only to the building industry, not only to the city of Mumbai, not only to the government of India, but the entire world has watched the paradigm that you have done in terms of the corporation thing, what has moved from one to the other in order to get a judgment of what India paradigm is taking place in this entire country. I cannot tell you how much we owe to you from the building industry, from this city, from this country, and the entire thing for what you have done. Of course, Mr. Manoj Dibal really correctly told us about the understanding, accessibility, the criteria that he followed in order to make this paradigm change. And of course, your team was been wonderful, all of them who are here today with us and others who are not really, I think, created the entire building proposal department, the development plan, and the execution of the auto DSR, and whatever has happened has come on your shoulders. So we had a wonderful time to make this paradigm. The building industry is extremely grateful. The government of India is also trying to make other changes, about 150,000 square meters, which has been announced by them and this. I'm disappointed that one more committee will be appointed, but I'm told by Mr. Chitore that this new committee, I always dread new committees coming into the corporation. So I'm going to record it in front of you here and now that this is a dreadful decision taken, whether it was taken due to the environmental ministry or anything. Any new committee, somebody is absent, the chief is not appointed, the environment fellow is absent, he's gone abroad, he's sick, he's in hospital, whatever happened, and the committees don't function. And they don't meet except once in a year. After 6 months, the person dies, another person doesn't get appointed. I'm not happy about the committee being appointed. So I think we'll have to get some exercise wherein the members of the committee either answer in 3 days or 5 days. And if they don't answer by the Monday next, it is deemed that he has no comments on the whole thing. If you can really put up something like this to Mr. Ajay Mehta. Otherwise, personally, I'm not extremely happy about one more committee being appointed, because it will go as long as even the environmental department kept on telling us that we'll do it in 60 days. And you know for a fact that even the heads of environmental departments are not doing it. So while the paradigms keep changing and the country improves, and thanks to people like we have on the platform today, the paradigms really get better and better. We should be very, and I request Pieta also to support us on all these issues for the purposes of bringing to the notice of the government and the powers that be that this paradigm must take place in this whole thing. Pieta has been a brotherly fraternity organization And I must tell you that the interactions have been so pleasant with all the members of the committee, and the kind of forthnightness with which we have interacted in order to make a professional industry rather than just a babu kind of industry that was considered earlier. I think we extremely owe to Pieta, thanks to your leadership and all the rest of you who are here. I have to tell you that the other people who have come here, you know, Mumbai has a very extraordinary position in this city, in the country. I remember about 12, 15 years ago, I had gone to Calcutta, and I was staying at some relative's house, and they would say, oh, let's have dinner quickly. I said, what is this dinner quickly? And I couldn't understand. He said, no, 8:30 the lights go off. So, you know, then we will be on generator, so everything will not be on. So please have dinner very quickly. In Mumbai, thanks to all these power companies which have been there, whether it's been the BEST, whether it's been Reliance, whether it's been Tata Power, those things are not there. And I'll tell you, surprisingly, in my house in Mumbai, we don't have a DG set. But even in Delhi, in the Prime Minister's house, they have DG sets because power used to go off in Delhi also. So whether it was the Rajdhani of India or Calcutta on the eastern side, power doesn't go off in Mumbai, as he correctly said, 99%. So we have to be grateful. So we don't recognize the power companies in Maharashtra. But because of the islanding of Mumbai and the various facilities provided, we take for granted that power will be available quickly, the connections will be done online, and everybody is happy. So thank you, the power companies, that we're doing it. So NAREDCO recognizes and salutes our power companies, and thank you for everything. Fortunately, I had a chat with Mr. Piyush Goyal this afternoon because he had some thing to discuss with me, and I was congratulating him on the progress which he is doing. He has committed to the Prime Minister of India. He was going to provide 24/7 power to the whole of India in the next 5 years, which is, you know, unbelievable that we can do, because even the cities were not really doing it. So it's really the paradigm of change happening in India is so beautiful that we will know. State Bank over here, thank you very much. You must be aware that the State Bank of India was a late entry into the home loan segment. The HDFC and other people were far bigger leaders, and about 15 years ago, State Bank entered into it as a very laggard behind everybody as far as this is concerned. Today, State Bank of India in the home loan segment is the #1 lender to the home loan segment, with all the other ideas as far as this is concerned. And our interaction with NAREDCO, with the chairman of your bank, Mrs. Bhattacharya, was extremely nice about 2 weeks ago when she said, tell us what more do you want us to do in the case of home loans? What else do you want State Bank to do in the terms of corporate loans, especially in the case of affordable housing, that they would like to do? So thank you very much, State Bank, for whatever is the leadership that you have done for the purpose. Please communicate to the bank and the authorities that we in industry are extremely grateful for what you are doing. And one of the reasons why home loan interest rates are low compared to every other segment is also the fact that the NPA in the home loan segment is the lowest, and also banks like State Bank of India are pushing to lend more money into this. So I'm really grateful to the whole situation. Sir, Mr. Darade, welcome to the field. He is not unknown in this sector, in the municipal corporation. He has had a very difficult position in terms of being Chief Engineer Roads earlier, and but he has held it with great esteem and with very great firmness, and he has made lots of paradigm changes too. Sir, congratulations for the period that you held over there. I know it was a tough time that you had. Welcome to this industry, with our Chittora Sahib having made it easy for you. No. In terms of getting approvals and quickly, I'm sure that you will have an easier time in the building proposal department. But you know, there is a lot of expectation, sir, from you and all the other people. because it's not because of me, but it's more because of our beloved Prime Minister. He just wants to do affordable housing for all in the whole country by 2022. He also wants to eradicate slums. Unfortunately, only half the population of Mumbai stays in jhopatpattis. So we have a lot of work to do in the industry, both in the private and the government sector. And I think something is wrong with us. I think the industry. We have failed. Something which I think we really need to rethink, whether it is Pieta, whether it's the building industry or it is the government. The richest city in India, Mumbai, has more than 55% people living in jhopatpattis. While when the British left India in 1947, there was zero illegal house in Mumbai in 47. I repeat, zero people lived in unauthorized construction in Mumbai in 1947. Today, after having so many years of independence, I think the issue is shameful. We have tried to make this paradigm. Industry may be equally to blame. Government, of course, has to share the blame. But what we really need to do is to stop the blame game. It's not the blame of government. It's not the blame to corporation. It's not the blame to industry. I think we all need to sit together and say, what is the solution to this problem? It certainly can't be that the high courts have to order all stoppage of future buildings to be constructed. It certainly can't be that intermediaries come into the SRA schemes and because of that the situation of redevelopment is politicized. It can't be that builders are not able to complete their buildings for various reasons because they say we don't have the money for the purposes of completion of projects or other things. We have to have the right answers. I think we need to be locked up in a room together, the private industry, the government, the local authorities, locked over there, not given food, till we find a solution to get an issue where we need to answer. The Prime Minister has done it in so many segments of the country. Ours is the richest city in the country. There is no real shortage of money. If you want money, $1 billion, I promise you I'll get you 5. But we need to think out of ways in which we can get this answer. Otherwise, we will not be forgiven for being in this industry and not having answers for it. This is a closed-door meeting where there is no press or other people to hear what I'm saying. But I think the responsibility is on us that sometime or the other, we need to think of a holistic position beyond ourselves. We have a Prime Minister who thinks big. We have a Chief Minister who's a young person but thinks so big. We have a good municipal commissioner. We have industry people like all of you sitting here. We have great architects. We have leaders in the corporation, officers of great merit, of great humbleness, who will sit with us, though they are very high-ranking individuals, very powerful with their pen and power, but still willing to humbly talk to us and be good to us and talk to us. But we need to work together much more. So I look forward to future interactions with all of you and to see what can we do for Mumbai so that what we can do for India. I think this paradigm we need to think about. We can't make excuses that some committee doesn't give permission. We cannot say that we don't have solutions for solid waste management. We cannot say that people should live in jhopatpattis for the next 20 years and 25 years. The world has turned and we must turn also. Otherwise, one day we will feel bad that we were in this industry or this sector of the position. We should feel proud that like the power providers of power, like the mobile telephones have solved the problems of telephone, like Lal Bahadur Shastri in 72 found a solution to create food for all. At that time, there was no communication, only from illiterate farmers, no communications and nothing. We created surpluses of food from 72, after which we have never had to go beg and bowl. Can we not, as builders of India, whether it's government, whether it's corporation, or anything else, do the difference? Sorry for this long talk of bringing a seriousness to it, but we have great people on that stage, and whatever has happened, Rajan has been a wonderful leader, and he has pushed me into this position too many times, and I'm dreading the fact that he keeps on pushing me to attend and speak to you. So you have to bear the burden for his pushing to get me on stages like this, and I don't lose the opportunity of making no bones about that we need to do much more to do and live this life to say that when we go to heaven, that God gave us so much, all of you are rich, well off, have good houses to stay, good families, good upbringing, good education, and have we stepped out of our way to really do something for this great city, because you belong to an industry which is still lacking to achieve a lot of things. Good evening to all of you. Thank you for patiently listening. Thank you for everything. And sir, I wish you the very best in the department. And sir, you also for this thing. Thank you. My congratulations to Rajan. He has won the first international award in real estate for what work he has done. Heartiest congratulations. I was forgetting something in all the things. So congratulations and thank you very much for all the things that you have done.